Hello and welcome. My name is Savannah, and today I will be guiding you through a short yoga class designed to boost your energy and invigorate you. All you will need for this class is yourself and your mat, and we will begin in a child's pose. So coming into a tabletop position first, hands and knees. And then bringing your big toes together. Knees can be as far apart or as close together as you like. Sitting the hips down to rest onto the heels. Arms can be out in front. Lower your chest down towards your thighs, towards the mat. Rest your forehead down onto the ground if you are able to. Otherwise, you can keep it lifted. Settling in here, bringing your awareness and your attention to your breath. Watching and observing your breath as it moves in and out. Noticing if your breath feels soft and quiet. Or maybe it feels a little bit stronger, a little bit more powerful. Notice where you feel your breath the most right now in your body. Good. Start to release from your child's pose, coming up into your tabletop position, hands and knees. Shoulders over top of the wrists, hips over top of the knees. Spread your fingers nice and far apart. From here, extend your right leg straight back behind you, coming into spinal balance. Left arm out in front. As you inhale, lengthen out. As you exhale, bring elbow and knee towards one another. A few more times, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Lengthen out. And then set your hand and your knee down. Before we do that on the other side, we'll come into hovering tabletop. So with the fingers spread nice and far apart, tuck your toes under and lift your knees up just to a very small hover above the ground. Staying here, continuing to breathe for just a little bit, making sure you're not holding your breath as you hold this pose. Good, release, soften the knees down. Extend your left leg back and your right arm out in front. Take a big breath in here, lengthening out. As you exhale, bring elbow and knee towards one another. Crunch it in, engage the core. As you breathe in, lengthen, reach long. Exhale, breathing out, elbow towards knee. Crunch it in. A few more like this. Inhale, find length. Exhale. Bring it in together. Inhale, lengthen out, and then set your hand and your knee down. Hovering tabletop one more time. Tucking the toes under, lift the knees up just to that small hover above the ground. Continuing to breathe here. One more breath. Good, release your knees down. Bring your hands a little bit farther out in front of you. Toes are tucked under, fingers spread far apart. Lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out here. Find any movement that feels good for you. As you take your next breath in, shift forward into plank, shoulders over top of the wrists. Find a nice long line from the crown of your head all the way back to the heels of your feet. On your next breath out, come back to downward facing dog. As you breathe in, shift forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to come forward. As you exhale, shift it back one more time like this. As you exhale, shift it back into your downward facing dog. As you inhale, extend your right leg high towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. One more time. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Step the foot down to the right side of your mat. So both hands are to the inside of your foot. Take a few breaths here in your lizard lunge, keeping your left knee, your back knee lifted, and start to shift the weight forward and back. Good. From here, bring all of your weight into this right foot and your left hand. Reach your right arm forward, and then with control, can you bring your left leg through in front? Lower your hips down, engaging your core as you make that movement happen. From here, you can bring your right foot closer in towards you. So the left leg is straight and the right leg is bent. From here, wrap your left arm around your right knee. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Come into your seated twist, looking towards the right side and maybe over your right shoulder, towards the back of your mat. Good. From here, make your way through center. As you inhale, coming into wild thing or variation of wild thing, we'll bring the left hand behind us, fingers facing back. Reach the right arm up, ground down into the right foot, the left heel and the left hand. As you inhale, lift up into wild thing. We'll stay here for a breath. As you take your next breath out, lower down, come back into your seated twist. Inhale, coming up into wild thing. Exhale to release down, coming into your twist. As you inhale, lift up into wild thing. Exhale, release down, come into your twist. One more time. Lowering down, making your way into your twist, sitting up tall, and then finding boat pose. So coming to center, lifting one foot up and then the other. Legs can be bent, or you can straighten one leg, maybe both legs. Arms out in front, or hands at heart center if you prefer that. We'll stay here for one more breath. Good. Lower your feet down to the mat. Bring your hands behind you, making your way into reverse tabletop. Inhale here, grounding down into the hands and the feet. And then lifting your hips and your heart up, taking a few breaths here. So continuing to breathe as we hold this pose, engaging the glutes and your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs. Also engaging the arms and the shoulders to stay strong and lifted here. On your next breath out, lower down. Come back into boat pose. Bring your hands together and bring your hands over to tap the right side of your mat. Back through center. Bring them down to the left side of your mat. Continue to move like this. Move slow or move fast. Finding your range of motion, engaging the sides of your core, the obliques. Good, just one more on each side. Bring your hands to the backs of your thighs. Start to rock back and forth along the length of your spine. And then we'll meet in a standing forward fold. So plant your feet down, lift your hips up. Take your time to get here. There's no rush. If there is a different way that you would like to come up into this standing forward fold, do that. Make this practice work for you. As you are ready, as you inhale, we're going to come into a halfway lift. Hands can come onto the shins. Lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Step your left foot back of the mat. Left hand is going to plant firmly down. Reach your right arm up, coming into a twist. Stay strong through both legs. Looking up towards the right fingers, only if that feels okay for your neck. Otherwise, you can look wherever feels good for you. Take your time to bring your right hand down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Couple breaths here before we move through that on the second side. Pedal it out. Find any movement that you would like. Or find stillness if that's what you prefer. As you take your next breath in, lengthen your left leg high towards the sky. As you breathe out, bring your knee to the left elbow. Inhale, lengthen, lift it up, three-legged. Exhale, knee to the elbow. One more time, lifting it up as you breathe in. Exhale, knee to the elbow, and then step it through. Planting the foot down to the left side of your mat. Lizard lunge. Grounding down through both hands as well as both feet. And let's take a few breaths here, shifting the weight forward and back. Come to stillness. Ground firmly down now into your left foot, including all of the toes, and also the right hand, including all of the fingers. Reach your left arm forward, using the strength of your core, the strength of your left leg and right arm. Bring the right leg through in front. Lower your hips down, coming to a seated position. Then from here, bring your left foot closer in towards you. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Coming into our twist. Right arm will wrap around the left leg. Reach your left arm up. Then bring the left hand behind your back. As you come into this twist, and as you settle in, can you sit up a little bit taller? Can you flex the right toes up towards the ceiling? To keep your right lower leg and ankle a little bit more active. Good, so we're going to transition between this seated twist into our wild thing and move back and forth a few times. So coming through center, bringing the right hand behind you, fingers facing back, reaching the left arm up, grounding down into your left foot, and the right heel of the foot. As you breathe in, lift your hips and your heart up. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Allow your breath to flow as we stay in this pose. Good. As you exhale, lower down. Come back into your twist. As you inhale, make your way up into your wild thing. Right hand comes behind you, left arm reaches up. Lift those hips up, lift your heart up. As you breathe out, come into your twist. Good. As you inhale, bring the right hand behind you, lift up into wild thing. As you exhale, lower down, come into your twist. We'll do this one final time. Coming back into wild thing as you breathe in. As you breathe out, come into your twist. Good. Come through center. Bending the legs in front of you, coming back into boat pose now. So lifting one foot up off of the ground and then the other. Maybe straightening one leg, maybe both legs. Maybe lifting your arms up towards the sky or out into a T. Good. From here, hands together in front of your chest. Bring your hands down to tap the right side of your mat. Through center, bring your hands down to the left side of your mat. Continuing like this, moving slow or moving fast, whatever you like. Good. Release, come through center. Planting the feet down, hands come down behind you. Fingers can face forward, but spread them far apart. Grounding down into the feet and the hands to lift your hips and your heart up high towards the sky. Staying here for a breath or two. Again, making sure not to hold your breath as we stay in this pose. On your next breath out, lower down and come back into boat pose. From here, grab onto the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, rock back and forth along the length of your spine. And again, we're going to try to come all the way up into a standing forward fold. So plant your feet down, ground down through your legs to lift your hips up. And if that transition doesn't work for you, find a different way to come into your standing fold. You can pause the video if you need to. Remember that this is your practice. As you take your next breath in, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Step your right foot back of the mat. Plant your right hand firmly down onto the mat. Twisting to the left side, reach your left arm up. Option to look towards the left hand, but only if that feels okay for your neck. Stay strong and grounded down through each of your legs. Can you spread your left toes farther apart on your mat? Good. Bring your left hand down. Step back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Find some movement here. Or find stillness if you prefer that. From here, step your right foot through to lizard lunge. Shift forward and back. Ground down into the left hand and your right foot. Bring your left leg through in front. Lower your hips down. Come into your twist. Left arm wraps around the right leg. Right hand comes behind you. Right away, come through center. Just one time, lift up into your wild thing. Left hand plants down, right arm reaches up. Good, lower down. Grab onto the backs of your legs, rock back and forth along your spine, coming all the way up into your standing forward fold. As you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back of the mat. Left hand is down on the mat. Reach your right arm up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, place it down on your mat. Back to downward facing dog. Good. So stepping now the left foot through to lizard lunge. So both hands are to the inside of the foot. Shift forward and back a few times. Grounding firmly down into the left foot and the right hand. Reach your left arm forward. Bring the right leg through towards the front of your space, lowering the hips down slowly with control. You can bring the left foot now closer towards you. Right arm will wrap around the left leg. Reach the left arm up. Bring the left hand down behind you as you come into your twists, looking over your left shoulder. On your next exhale breath, release. Plant your right hand down as you breathe in, left arm up, come into your wild thing, lifting the hips and the heart up towards the sky. As you breathe out, lower down. Grab onto the backs of your thighs, your hamstrings, rock back and forth along the length of your spine, coming all the way up into your standing forward fold. As you breathe in, lift up halfway. As you breathe out, fold down. Step your right foot back of the mat, coming into our twisted lunge, right hand down. Left arm will reach up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, bring the hand down, step back to downward facing dog. Excellent. Lower your knees down. Come into a child's pose. We'll just be here for about 3 breaths. Notice the pace of your breath. Notice your heartbeat. Notice how you are feeling. Bring your hands in towards your body, bringing your shoulders over your hips. Make your way into a seated position with your legs in front of you, and then lower down onto your back. Once you arrive, hug your knees into your chest. You can rock from side to side with the knees in the chest, or you can stay and hold this pose and enjoy stillness. Good. From here, release long. Come into your Shavasana. Make yourself as comfortable as you can, taking up as much space as you would like to on your mats. Closing your eyes or keeping them open, it's entirely up to you. Bring your awareness to your breath. Can you watch and observe your breath as you rest here in Shavasana? Taking this time at the end of class to integrate all of the benefits of class. From here, bring some movement into your body. You might want to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe rotate your wrists and ankles. You can bring your knees into your chest, or you can find a big full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead, pointing the toes towards the front of your space. Take all the time that you would like to make your way over onto one side. Right or left, doesn't matter. And then from there, come up into a seated position. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I hope you enjoyed this class. I hope it felt good for you. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Thank you again for being here. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Namaste.